Hello everyone and welcome to another Timeless video. So today we're going to be taking a look at Mono Black Chalice deck in Timeless format. So I have recently found out how to get some free wins in Magic Arena, and that is with this deck. Well, it doesn't exactly have to be this deck in particular. If any deck can reliably play Chalice of the Void, which is the card that you see here, you're gonna have a great time in this format. So there's surprising amount of 1-drops in this format because this format is incredibly efficient. We have the Brainstorm, we have Lightning Bolt, we have the Dark Ritual, Dragon Ray Channeler. There's so many 1-drops that are incredibly powerful that it's in almost any decks that you play against. And that's where this card comes in, Chalice of the Void. If your deck doesn't get hit by the Chalice of the Void, you're gonna have a great time in this format, sometimes resulting in a win as soon as you play it. Now, what if I were to tell you if you could play the Chalice of the Void on turn 1 at 1 counter? So this way, not even a Spell Pierce or a Thoughtseize can save you if you went first. And that's where Dark Ritual comes in. Now in our deck, we have a lot of different threats to Dark Ritual into. You can either Dark Ritual into Chalice of the Void if you see something like a Loris deck, or you can Dark Ritual into Necropotence, which could also win you the game, or you can even just Dark Ritual into Sheoldred on turn 2, or the One Ring that could also win you the game as well. So there's a lot of targets that we can Dark Ritual into, and Dark Ritual happens to be the only card that gets hit by the Chalice of the Void in this deck, because the removal spells that we're going to be actually playing are March of the Wretched Sorrow, which is technically a 1-mana card, but it's not exactly a 1-mana card because you do have to pay the X cost, which gets offsetted by all the cards that we're going to be drawing with Necropotence and the One Ring. And we're also playing 4 copies of Orcish Bowmasters and 3 copies of Sheoldred's Edict as our removal spells. Now we are playing the Karn's Wishboard with Beseech the Mirror, so that's why we see the 3 splits here with the 3 copies of Sheoldred and 3 copies of Karn and 3 copies of the One Ring. And lastly, we're also playing 2 copies of Reliquary Tower, which we can abuse with cards like Necropotence and the One Ring. Since we don't have any maximum hand size anymore with the Reliquary Tower, you can expect the March of the Wretched Sorrow to gain you back a lot of life. So having said that, we're going to be jumping into some Timeless Best of 1 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on the room. Alright, yeah, that's a mulligan. Oh! Hello? Hello? Now that's very interesting, isn't it? Now, I would love to not get Thoughtseized and just straight up win the game, but there's a good chance that... Ooh, Kumano. So here's what I'm gonna do. What do you think? Chalice now or Necropotence? Chalice now or Necropotence? I mean, their deck plays so many 1-drops, right? Ah, that's interesting. You know what? I'm just going to play the Chalice and pass. Since I'm going second, we still got some plays here with like Orcish Bowmaster and stuff. So yeah. Now, isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? I'll block you. I'll draw. I'll draw. Draw again. 4, and 5. Build the Bruin. Nice. There's a Loris. Alright, so I don't need that Necropotence. So we'll do 1. We'll get rid of that, and we'll attack. And we'll draw 3 more. How do they beat the Chalice? They can't. They simply can't. Skewer the Critic. Short. Let's aggro them out with Orcish Bowmasters. Man, that is insane. Turn 1 Chalice. Turn 1 Chalice. Like, what do you do? Let's go Karn.
Evil must not be tolerated. My allies are counting.
Let's do Ivory Tower. Whoops, my bad. I got a little bit too excited. Forgot about my own Chalice. So I'm actually kind of scared what my opponent could have. Because they just kind of burned me out. So I'm going to wait for the 1 ring. So I'll 1 ring first and then Necropotence. Yeah, that was really bad what I did there. And here we'll grab
I will not stop.
the Warm Coil Engine. Do I want to draw with... I'll draw like... The thing is, like, what if they have like multiple skewers? That's what I'm kind of worried about. Like right now, I don't really need to like... I don't need to do anything. Eidolon, that's fine. This is a 3 or less, so just going to play out the Warm Coil Engine and just call it a day. Really. Let's attack them with the ring as well.
Oh, say hello to my little friend.
This Chalice just... Oh man, that is nasty. That is completely nasty. Yeah. Like this is just... What is this? Like, how do you beat a Chalice turn 1? How do you beat that? You can't. You literally can't. Oh my god. This is evil. Like, this is straight up evil. Are you serious? Are you serious? No. Am I... Okay. You know what? I'm going first. You know what? You get a turn. Interesting. That's exactly what I was gonna do. I think they're playing a combo deck. I don't think Necropons... They're probably playing a combo deck, right? I can just take my time. Yeah, I can probably just take my time. I would like if I get a swamp though. I mean, I do play 24 lands with 14 copies of swamp. Yeah, I would like a swamp, please. Nice. Nice. So we'll go swamp here. And then we'll go Chalice. I do think One Ring is unironically better than Necropotence in... Oh, maybe I should have actually Chaliced. I didn't know it was this version of the deck where they just spam a bunch of 1-mana cards. Ooh, am I dead? No, they can't do that because the Storm card is a sorcery spell that targets an opponent. So yeah, they can't do it. But I don't know how they beat a Chalice. They can't even Thoughtseize me right now because I'm protected. Oh, it's gonna be good. Because this deck usually just keeps spamming Dark Rituals, Greedy Freebooters, some 1-mana cards, right? And then they try to storm off, but if they get hit by the Chalice of the Void, like, how do they win? Yeah, look. They even play this card. So let's Chalice for 1, and I have no idea how they win. Yeah, like, can you beat a Chalice on 1? I'm not sure. Okay, Weather the Storm. So the card that we're right now looking for is a Karn, so that we can, you know, if they play Citadel, we can play a Graph Digger's Cage or something like that. But we do have to be healthy in life total. But it should be technically harder for them to combo off here, right? Technically. Okay, we see another Chalice. Should I Chalice for 2? No, right? I was really hoping for a swamp, but we didn't get there. Just playing the Bowmasters out now. Guess we'll just play the Chalice out for 0 as well. Okay, opponent surrenders. Oh man. No Chalice on turn 1? What is this? I actually have to play the game? Who does that? Yeah, who does that? Okay, goodbye, Dark Ritual. Imagine having to actually play the game. That seems wrong. I think you take the Sheoldred. Okay, here's all the swamp that I was missing last game. Three turns in a row, just Thoughtseize, Thoughtseize, Thoughtseize. Impressive gameplay from our opponent. Watery Grave. Okay, so... I think it's just kind of time to jam the One Ring. I think so. There's that Bowmaster. We're gonna draw instantly. Okay, so what should I do? 4, 5. What to do? I mean, clearly opponent is kind of stuck on cards at the moment. Let's just Karn.
Our actions determine the course of it. Stand down.
Go with the Warm Coil Engine. Sacrifice a Planeswalker. That's fine. Let's play out the Warm Coil Engine. I mean, this is just too easy. This is just too easy. Wow. What do you think? Should I mulligan this one? I mean, I do have Orcish Bowmasters, but I mean, we don't have that that spice, you know. We don't have that Dark Ritual into Necropotence. We don't have Dark Ritual into Chalice. So this is the kind of the hand that I was kind of looking for. So we'll pass like this. Now, isn't that interesting? Gonna go ahead and play a One Ring. I think One Ring is a lot safer compared to Necropones, in my opinion. Roiling Vortex? Huh, that's interesting. Oh, I love this. I love this. Here you go, opponent. You get to play 0 cards, and I'll just smack you for a lot of damage with the Karn here. I'm taking 3 a turn. They're gonna be taking 4 a turn.
Evil cannot withstand a righteous arm.
I mean, they're taking 6 a turn, excuse me. And as soon as we get that march, the game is kind of over. The One Ring just smacking you down for a turn while having 2 copies of Rolling Vortex. Oh, wow. A 2-mana card. That's cheating. The opponent's officially cheating. I might actually lose this.
My grief fuels my mission.
Oh boy. We need a land next turn, huh?
I will fight with honor. Allow me to introduce you to a friend of mine.
Opponent, you weren't supposed to play a 2-mana card. You're only allowed 1-mana cards. Okay. Oh boy. I do have a plan if I don't draw a land though. I didn't draw a land. So I'm gonna draw a land here.
True goodness can never be corrupted.
It still doesn't really quite work, huh? Lightning Strike. You think this is historic? Why are you playing Lightning Strike? Oh no. Okay, they got me. I guess I really need a Sheoldred. But I guess it didn't really matter because of the Rolling Vortex. It's a bit weak. That's a lot better. Because of March? Oh man, this is actually so good. Ooh, Chalice. Ooh. No, not this deck. That's actually interesting. Can I beat a field deck with this? I guess we need a Karn, right? Yeah, we need a Karn. Let's draw 5. Actually, let's just draw 4. We're looking for a Karn. Okay, we did find a Karn. That's nice. Now, can we get to Karn before the field shenanigans happen? One, two. Okay. Because what we want is Grafdigger's Cage for their natural order and shenanigans like that. Stuff like that. We might actually beat them up before these kind of stuff happen though. Especially if they're doing this. Or actually, we could just get liquid metal coating as well. Right?
I battle with the forces. I am not frightened by
Yeah, let's get a liquid metal coating. I forgot to draw with this. I'm gonna be playing liquid metal coating next turn anyways with perhaps March. Teferi? Wait, they're dead. You have to balance the Orcish. Oh, okay.
I've got time. You just let me know if you're up for round 2.
Teferi is so bad. Yeah, Teferi is, funny enough, a lot of people were complaining about Teferi when he first came out, but currently at the moment, the card itself is really good, depending on the matchup, but because of Orcish Bowmaster, it's really not in a good spot because, look, if you bounce the Orcish Bowmaster, I can just kill the Teferi, right, just by replaying the Orcish Bowmaster, and if there's ever, like, 2 copies of Orcish Bowmaster on the battlefield, it's just going to die, right? And at the same time, like, even if you bounce the Orc Army token, you give Orc Army token back because you just drew a card. Okay. Regrettably, you know, no Chalice on turn 1, but on turn 2. Mountain, Twip Spear, with the Mishra's Bauble. I could have killed it. Should I still kill it? I don't think it's worth it. I'll just take the 2 damage here. Well, well, well. I can Bowmaster plus Chalice, or I can Edict plus Chalice. What do? I think Edict is a lot better. Man, it's just... What do you do? Unless they're Gruul and play Boseiju, sure. Sure. That is definitely possible. Blood Crypt? I can't blow this up yet because they could Orcish Bowmaster on my turn. Let's get rid of you. Because I could draw like a Necropotence, right? as I say that. I mean, isn't this game over? I did say that in the last game I played against the Mono Black and I lost. So let's not jinx ourselves. Light up the stage. Can't play any of those cards. This is... Is this the card? Is this the best card in the whole format at the moment? Is this actually unironically the best card at the moment? Ooh, they could kill me with Mount Doom. Right? They could kill me with the Mount Doom there. I'm doing this now so that they can't use Mishra's Bauble. I could just kill it. I could even just kill it. Okay. So the Cabal Stronghold is still not online. We need at least one more swamp. And we'll grab... We'll grab
I advise that
a Tormod's Crypt.
I will not lose another friend.
Actually... Yeah, let's just grab a Tormod's Crypt. Because of the Chalice, we actually can't grab anything too big. We can't grab any 1-mana cards, right? Then we'll just march. Okay, we got Sheoldred. We got the Sheoldred One Ring combo. Wait, how did they see One Ring? Lightning Bolt. Okay. A Wizard's Lightning. Okay, they had another Wizard's Lightning. I'm actually curious what they're playing. Wizard's Lightning. Oh. Maybe there were a Wizard deck. Since I see a Gitu Rava Runner as well. Maybe like a Gitu Rava Runner, Dreadhorde Arcanist, something like that. Alright, so we played 7 games. We went 6-1, as you can see here. Only losing to a mono-red deck that played a lot of 2-mana spells that got around our Chalice of the Void. But as you've seen from some of these games, like, it's insane. Like, Chalice of the Void on 1 is just absurd. And Chalice of the Void on turn 1 is also absurd with Dark Ritual. And I don't know if you guys ever played a card game called Hearthstone. Hearthstone, if you went second, you got this thing called a coin. If you're the player that was going second, you're given a coin, which was a 0-mana card that added 1 mana for that turn. And that was there to kind of offset the being on the play versus the draw. And Dark Ritual in this deck is kind of similar to that. If you're going second, for example, like Dark Ritualing, getting the Chalice of the Void on 1, going second, is going to help a lot versus an aggro deck. And let me tell you, all the decks at the moment, even the mid-range decks, are playing a lot of 1-drops. In our case, our deck is a little bit special, right? We're playing Dark Ritual, which is a 1-drop. But usually the case is, if you're running out to Chalice, you can just Dark Ritual into some other card plus a Chalice, or chances are you Dark Ritual and Chalice and it's just a done deal. You don't need Dark Ritual anymore. Opponent can't play the game, and as soon as you get some land drops, you're kind of good to go. And even if you don't get the Chalice, you also have Necropotence to play. This package here is incredible, and the March is also kind of special in this deck because Necropotence generates a lot of card advantage, and so this 1 and a card, which also bypasses the Chalice of the Void, right? Because you're never gonna play this on X equals 0. And you can just pay the mana cost with the cards that you draw with the Necropotence. There's some really good synergies here that kind of avoids getting hit by the Chalice of the Void, which I think is really sick. We did kind of run into that one game where we didn't have enough Swamp because we're playing things like Cabal Stronghold, Field of Ruin, Phyrexian Scrapyard, Reliquary Tower. The Cabal Stronghold doesn't really become online until like turn 6. So maybe this is just a really bad card. Because if there's 4 Swamps and a Cabal Stronghold, like even at 5, right? Turn 5, Cabal Stronghold with 4 Swamp means that you're tapping 4 to generate 4. And then a leftover Swamp means that you didn't go anywhere. You basically tap 5 lands to generate 5 Swamps. So you only get benefit with the Cabal Stronghold starting from turn 6 and up. So maybe you might not even need this. Maybe it's just better to play more Reliquary Tower or, you know, just more Swamps in general. That can also help as well, since we have a lot of like triple black there, triple black there, double black. So yeah. And same with the Phyrexian Scrapyard. You don't technically need this, but sometimes it can kind of come in clutch. Since you're gonna have a lot of cards in your hand, you're gonna be discarding cards to get the 6/6 out. Pretty helpful against a control deck that plays a lot of counter spells. But this can be, you know, anything else. Although we didn't see the power of the Reliquary Tower too much here, but the point is the Reliquary Tower gives us no maximum hand size, and if you pair it up with Necropotence, you can draw as many cards as you want. And same with the One Ring, right? Like, you're gonna draw a lot in this deck, and drawing a lot is pretty good because you have March of the Wretched Sorrow to discard too. So yeah, I think the deck came out pretty alright. I'm really missing the Urborg in this format, plus, you know, Cabal Coffins could be pretty nice as well in this format. But as I suspected, Chalice of the Void in this format is absolutely gross. And you should definitely try it out. Against combo decks that are playing a lot of Dark Ritual, you know, they can't combo anymore. And against aggro decks as well, they can't aggro you down anymore. So, and as for the rest, we have like extra Necropotence to sacrifice to Besiege the Mirror. We also have extra Chalice of the Void to sacrifice to the Besiege the Mirror as well. And you also have Orcish Bowmaster tokens to sacrifice to the Besiege the Mirror as well. So that's why we only see 3 copies of One Ring, and 3 copies of Karn, and 3 copies of Sheoldred. Because we're running Besiege the Mirror to get whatever the missing things that we need. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video so far. And if you did, as always, leave a like, comment below, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.